How can I ever stop? I fell in love with the process, racing to the millions, but this shit is not a contest. Watching people get for free, but can't get lost in the concept. Fucking all these bitches, but I'm making them take contraceptive. I'm the shit, YungSchwetzel making hits, off in the rib. Trust me, homeboy, you was out on my tip. I'm bringing a wave and I'm crushing these ships. I'm up in this bitch and I'm giving her kids. I'm in a container, but don't need a lid. You fucking with me, you must not wanna live. I come here, beat and take me a trip. I'm keeping it funny, I know how it gets. You fucking with me, I ain't no side shit, making plays like I'm born. I ain't sad, I ain't born. Bitches, Michael, bring it forward. I'm a warrior, cause I can see that life is getting goorier. Had a little bitch to tell me I was trying to Moria. Even when it's dark, I'll shout while walking down the corridor. Females and their feelings, they get mad when I get bored of her. Steady asking why the fuck you ain't got hold of her. Broke the mold, man, YungSchwetzel out that cage. Life is like a picture, I'ma sit on top of the frame. On my soul, I can't never be contained. Go for gold, go for bro. Trust me, boy, we not the same. I'm keeping a flame, YungSchwetzel name. You better think twice before you skirt my lane. I'm killing the beat, I'm getting it made. I'm bringing the death and I'm bringing the change. YungSchwetzel got rough, them streets, not names. I can speak on the thoughts of my brain. How you get mad, cause I got no shame. YungSchwetzel get bad, I can push cocaine. Top of the top like a rock toothpaste. All my bags, like a briefcase. You get fucked once, you get replaced. All you can see is the strength in my face. Not even a glimpse of the loss and the pain. Had to shoot first, I ain't laying in waste. YungSchwetzel without foot, just in case. Making my mark and it can't be erased. Y'all know how we do. I gotta hear it one more time. That shit probably get really annoying to y'all, but gotta do it, man. How could I ever stop? I fell in love with the process, racing to the millions, but this shit is not a contest. Watching people get for free, but can't get lost in the concept. Fucking all these bitches, but I make them take a contraceptive. I'm the shit, YungSchwetzel making hits, off in the rib. Trust me, homeboy, you was not on my tip. I'm bringing a wave and I'm crushing these ships. I'm up in this bitch and I'm giving her kids. I'm in a container, but don't need a lid. You fucking with me, you must not live. I come here, beat and take me a trip. I'm keeping a 40, I know how it gets. You fucking with me, you get A, north, side, shorty, making plays like I'm 40. I ain't sad, I ain't bitches, Michael, bring it glory. I'm a warrior, cause I can see that life is getting goorier. Had a little bitch that tell me he's trying to Moria. Even when it's dark, I'll shine while walking down the corridor. Females and their feelings, they get mad when I get bored of her. Steady asking why the fuck you ain't got hold of her. Broke the mold, man, YungSchwetzel out that cage. Life is like a picture, I'ma sit on top of the frame. On my soul, I can't never be contained. Go for gold, go for bro. Trust me, boy, we not the same. I'm keeping a flame, YungSchwetzel tame. You better think twice before you skirt my lane. I'm killing the beat, I'm getting it banged. I'm bringing the death and I'm bringing the change. YungSchwetzel got rough with them streets and veins. I cannot speak on them thoughts of my brain. How you get mad, cause I got no shame. YungSchwetzel get bad, I can push cocaine. I'm like a rock toothpaste. I'm like my biz, like a no case. You get fucked once, you get replaced. All you can see is the strength in my face. Not even a glimpse of the loss and the pain. Had to shoot first and I laying in waste. YungSchwetzel without full catching the case. Making my mark and it can't be erased. Hey, yeah! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the communication station. So you guys already know the premise for the communication station. We're going to get into the topic of what the title of the video is today, of course, but that will come in due time. First, we're going to break down some more of this election shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break down more of this election shit. And because I feel like I kind of figured out what the psyop is that they're going to be pushing for the next 4 years. Because I've noticed throughout the world, when we start to actually interact with these news channels and shit like that and see how people are reacting and responding to certain things, when we're talking about like rallies and shit where people are actually in the world and people are coming up and you can hear how the crowd responds to certain things, or individual people will respond to certain things. So I think what they try to continue on with Trump is this race baiting shit that we've been having going on for pretty much fucking forever. Pretty much every president who gets in, it's always some racial division type of shit. It's always some black versus white, Mexican versus whoever, fucking immigrants versus Americans, whatever it may be. But that's what they've been trying to push for a long time. Now y'all notice whenever Trump came into office the first time, that's when a lot of this transgenderism, women's rights, and as far as like abortion and LGBTQ, however the fuck you say that, rights. You get what I'm saying? That's when they started pushing that and making that seem like it was important. And now, and this is the thing too. This is how they trick y'all into going harder on shit that don't even necessarily matter. So, like for example, they'll put somebody in position to be the president or something, like Trump or whoever, right? And whatever concept that they're trying to kick at the moment, they'll make it appear like this president don't agree with it, or even if they come outside their mouth in a speech or some shit and actually say that they directly aren't fucking with it or some shit like that, and they don't want to pass any laws to approve whatever concept it is that they're trying to kick at the moment, right? So even if a small percentage level of the world was actually already thinking that way previously, like, yeah, we need our rights, like, yeah, we need to be able to have abortions whenever we want to, yeah, we need to be able to be gay as fuck whenever we want to and shit like that, and marry who we want to and shit. Even if a small percentage of the world was already thinking like that, now when they put somebody in position with the image and status to be like, no, I ain't fucking with that, like, I'm not gonna allow y'all to put I'm not going to allow y'all to put hormones in your children and make them have sex changes and get little boys' dicks chopped off and little girls grow their pussy out or some shit into a dick. You saying? So by Trump coming out and saying like, no, I don't necessarily fuck with that. Like, I'm not going to allow children to do that. I'm not going to allow gays to get married. I'm not necessarily fucking with women's rights like that. Like, if you skilled at the same level that a man is, you'll get paid the same level as a man is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever concept it may be, when he come outside his mouth and say, no, I'm not actually fucking with that, now it make the people who was already thinking like that, they'll take it personally and get offended by it and get emotional about it in some type of way. And then they'll start going harder over that shit. And on top of that, it'll be a situation where now more people are gravitated towards it because it's like, oh, the president came out and say he not fucking with that shit. Oh, even if I don't live that type of lifestyle, even if I'm not a gay person or I don't identify as a woman or whatever, like, these people should still be able to do whatever they want to do. These people should still have the same rights as the rest of us. These people should da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So that allows more people to be gravitated towards it. And when they start interacting with it more, and the president keep coming out and saying like, no matter how much protesting y'all do, no matter how much of this and that, we're still not changing this. You know what I'm saying? That'll make y'all go even harder for it. That'll make every city have protesters be in it. That'll make every city have fucking rallies for gays and lesbians, and have all type of women's rights and fucking freedom of choice type of concepts being kicked. So like I said, y'all pay attention to whenever the first time that Trump went into office. This was the rhetoric that they were trying to kick. You can clearly see the agenda because it switched from people being so concerned about people of a different race or ethnicity, and it became more about gender. It became more about gender, basically. Gender identity, sexual preference, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's when all this shit started to come about. And even y'all seen back a while ago, whenever Trump was in office the first time, I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe when Trump was in office the first time was that time frame when we was seeing on the internet a bunch of child molesters and pedophiles coming out and shit and saying that was their sexual preference and that they needed to get rights for that in some type of way and be able to do that without fear of going to jail and shit. I think that's around the same time frame. You mean? But see, what they tried to do initially was continue along with the race war shit. They tried to continue along with the race baiting concept by having Trump come into the office, and one of his first concepts that he's kicking even before he got into office. I'm pretty sure in his campaign he was already speaking about building the wall between Mexico and the U.S. You get what I'm saying? So that they tried that with him at first, and everyone tried to label Trump as a racist, especially during his first term. And they tried to bring this back whenever he was trying to go for his second term when he went against Biden in the previous election. They tried to bring it back up, saying that he's racist. But there's been too many people, celebrities. There's been too many people that Donald Trump has met personally. There's been too many poor people who has came out and been like, yeah, I'm black, but Donald Trump, like, he let me live in the Trump Towers. He you know what I'm saying? He helped my family out and shit like that. So now people can't even necessarily use the racist argument against Trump. And they now are in a space where they realize, okay, the people know that Trump isn't racist. So there's not really anything that we can do to continue to push this agenda and have people racially divided. So that's when they started to bring in the concept of the gender war, the opposing genders being against each other. And it gets deeper than that too. That just like how we have multiple ethnicities down here, instead of just having us separated from man and woman, now we have all different type of categories who are non-binary. We have people who identify as something. We have people, you know what I'm saying? All these different concepts. That's just more division. That's just more separation. It's like saying, I appear to be white, you appear to be black, this person appeared to be Asian, this person appeared to be Mexican, this person appeared to be, you get what I'm saying? This person is gay, this person is heterosexual, this person is a man, this person is a woman, this person is identifying as a woman, but really a man. This person is identifying as a man, but really a woman. This person is non-binary, they don't identify with either one. This person is sexually open to fucking with any person, no matter if they have a dick or a pussy, no matter what they look like, more about the content of their character. Shit like that. That's where the more separation tactics come into it. And look, I don't have an opinion about this shit either way. I personally am not gay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care how y'all live y'all's lives. I don't care how y'all correlate the shit and everything. Just understand, the shit that y'all are protesting for and the shit that y'all are fighting for is pointless. Y'all know in y'all's day-to-day life, y'all don't even really get that much strife for going and being with another dude. You know what I'm saying? Or going and being with another chick or some shit like that. Like, y'all know y'all don't get that much strife from it, aside from if you were to come and live in a town like what I live in right now. You come and live in a small southern town or some shit, like you will get that energy. Like, people see you holding hands with a dude in public, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? What is going on with you and shit? You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be a situation where you're getting lynched or mobbed or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Or you're getting hung from a tree or some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what y'all need to understand. People who are identifying as these things, gay, straight, man, woman, whatever it may be, understand this is an agenda that has been brought forth. Why do you think? God damn, that shit went down the wrong hole. Why you think we're more focused on gender rather than race now? Why has the script been flipped? You know what I'm saying? Why are we more predicated towards sexual preference and gender rather than race? And I'm not saying we need to be predicating towards either one. Both of these are still, at the end of the day, concepts that were created by the shadow government. All of us was living in harmony before these concepts started to come about, even if we might have had a different shade of fucking skin tone depending upon where we came out the water at. You know what I'm saying? We was all living in harmony before that. So even if my tribe, my village was a little bit lighter skin or darker skin than these people who came out of the water over in this area, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can still get along. We still have a natural government body set up, which is the natural order, the natural law, before shit start to be put into place as far as governmental systems and people squaring out things and developing roads and buildings and church, all this type of shit. But yeah, y'all just take this into consideration. Why has our focus as a country shifted? You know what I'm saying? Because people will still, people still argue and bring up all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? People be on that type of shit all the time. Like people can bring up all multiple different types of concepts and problems that we have with the world. But understand, majority wise, what we're focused on right now is gender and sexual preference within our own United States. We're not worried. We're not so much as worried about our economic system. We're not so much worried about our businesses or our industries as much and shit like that. But now, obviously, Trump is kicking shit like that to bring that shit forth now as well. But they want us to be at pandemonium and they want us to be at war with each other within America, instead of focusing on how we're getting fucked over by other countries or how we're involving ourselves with other countries' battles when we don't necessarily need to be a part of that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Many different things. It's just a waste of time. For real. So that's what the real psyop is going to be in these next 4 years. The first 4 years of Trump, they started initiating it. They even started mixing some of it into Biden's presidency too, because y'all have seen these issues play out in these past 4 years as well with the gender wars and shit like that. So we've seen these concepts play out in these past 4 years with Biden too, a little bit at a smaller degree. Now it's going to be more extreme because they already have put Trump in a position where they made him appear racist. It didn't work. Now they're trying to make him appear misogynistic or some shit like that in that type of way. So now you're going to see a lot of people preaching on that shit from way back a long time ago when Trump was talking about, come and grab him by the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. People are going to be bringing up shit like that now. And when Trump say like, okay, I'm not letting y'all have abortions. I'm going to pass a law that's not going to allow y'all to have abortions, or I'm going to pass a law in all 50 states that's not going to allow children to be chemically castrated or change their gender or any hormone therapy or anything like that. The moment he say that, that's when everybody's going to say, oh, he's misogynistic. That they've already got him set up for that. That they've already got him set up to be the enemy of the women and the enemy of the gays and the enemy of the trans and shit like that. Which these motherfuckers probably don't even give a fuck about that shit anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit be the least of our worries. And that shit be the shit that y'all be paying attention to the most. And it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't give a fuck what you are. I don't give a fuck what you claim to be. I don't give a fuck what you identify as. I don't give a fuck if you gay, straight, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you think is right. But at the same time, bro, y'all, that's not the shit. Like you being gay or trans or whatever should not be your entire identity. And that should not be something that you willing to die on that hill every time anyone combat it in the smallest type of ways. Like that's what they be wanting y'all to do. They want y'all to come out and protest. They want y'all to get in fights. They want y'all to bring more violence. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a peaceful protest, and then they'll do some dumbass shit like send in one psyop idiot who just want to bring up more violence and shit like that. He'll come into the peaceful protest and all of a sudden start cussing people out, yelling, might swing on somebody, might have a gun on them or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden people get killed for no reason. That's what they want y'all to do. And this is the thing too. The spiritual battle go really deep. So these people who like be going to these protests and end up killing somebody or some shit, or end up beating somebody's ass or something, like they don't even necessarily have to hire these people. Like it don't have to be somebody who was trained through a government body and hired by the CIA or hired by this and that or Antifa or anything like that. It don't necessarily have to be like that. nowadays the spiritual battle is so deep to the point where people be getting possessed and utilized as vessels for all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it could be just a regular motherfucker like me. You know what I mean? Well, not like me, because I'll be in the right spaces, but it could just be a normal motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And they being in the wrong spaces mentally and emotionally, it's going to open them up to be allowed to get utilized as a vessel for certain things and have certain trains of thoughts and that start to develop into their actions and shit like that. And then they go and act out, actually beating the fuck out of somebody who is gay or some shit, or actually going to a protest with an AR-15 and mowing motherfuckers down for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to hire motherfuckers no more. That's what y'all don't understand. So all these situations that appear over time, like the Kyle Rittenhouse concept, or the first Trump shooting with that young kid and shit like that, these kids might not have necessarily even been hired by the government. These kids might have not necessarily even been trained by the government, but it's still a psyop. It's still a conspiracy on a spiritual level. That's what a lot of y'all be missing. That's why when y'all go look at the when y'all go to look at the evidence and shit like that, and chart back and see where this person derived from and shit like that, where they come from, what they've been through, what systems they've gone through and shit, you can't find no evidence. And then now you're like, okay, this isn't a conspiracy anymore, because there's nothing that even point or allude to the fact that this person might have had contact with some type of government body, or was told to do this by somebody, or you know what I'm saying? But still, on a spiritual level, they're getting influenced by other shit that y'all might not necessarily be aware of. So you can't disregard anything in that aspect. You can't disregard anything in that aspect. If you are a truly spiritual individual and you are truly aware of what be going on, you will notice shit like this. Especially situations where it's one of those concepts like with the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. This motherfucker ended up actually getting interviewed after this shit had taken place. I'm pretty sure he actually ended up killing somebody. They ended up getting him off on self-defense or some shit like that somehow. Because I had seen this interview like probably 3 or 4 months ago. So, and the situation had actually happened like a good while ago. You know what I'm saying? But I seen this dude getting interviewed by somebody, and you see how these people express themselves. You see what type of space they're in. You see how they think and shit like that, what they correlate to, what their belief system is built upon and shit like that. And if you know how spaces work and shit like that, as soon as you see how a person express themselves, you like, oh yeah, that's why this person thinking this certain type of way. That is a mentality that was created by some psyop type of shit to make him think and act out in that type of manner, regardless of if he was trained, hired by the government, regardless if the CIA, regardless if he has somebody show up on his doorstep and be like, hey, go and do this. Here's $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of all that, these people still be getting used as vessels. It's still a psyop. That's why you can't disregard anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that is the psyop y'all need to look out for on the next 4 years with this Trump presidency. Everything is going to be correlated to gender baiting or gay baiting instead of race baiting. We've left the race baiting pool. They can't fuck with Trump on the race tip no more. Like there's too many black people, Mexicans, people of other ethnicities that already support Trump. So nobody can say, oh, Trump's racist now. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. They'll still try because they need to keep that seed in y'all's mind. That way y'all still get upset about shit like that. That way when the next election season come and their next candidate that they're going to put in position, it could be somebody to bring back up that racism thing within you. So if another white man get in office, they going to bring that shit back. If it end up being a person of a little bit of colored ethnicity, it's going to be opposite. Or if it's somebody that they can't fuck with on that tip, like Trump, who somehow has proven or gotten enough support by people of color to be like, yeah, this person is not actually racist, it'll be another situation like this. And they'll continue on with the transgenderism, lesbian, gay, men versus women concept. So y'all just pay attention to that. That's what's gonna be going on in the next 4 years. So don't get lost into that shit. If you are gay, if you are a trans, something like that, don't worry about protesting. Don't pay attention to what these politicians are saying. Do your fucking thing. Do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all motherfuckers. Let's see how many states can gay people get married in. And this is the thing too. If y'all worried about, hold on. How many states can gay people get married in? Fucking pussy ass shit. It went back in time on me. Or it said that it wasn't. 37 US states. 37 out of 50. I thought it was going to say all 50. So 37 out of 50 US states, y'all gays can get married in. You know what I'm saying? It would make sense for y'all to be able to get married in all 50. I don't know why we got 37 out of 50. You know what I'm saying? But don't even worry about it. Just move yourself to a space where you can do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're gay and you feel like you need to marry your partner or some shit, just go get a marriage license in one of these states where it's acceptable at. And do what you need to do. Why are you waiting for them to tell you that you have permission to marry who you fucking love in whatever state that you think that you want to live in at the moment? That don't allow that. Like, it make no sense. Just change up your space and location. That would be the smart thing to do. And with the, as far as the children shit go, y'all transgender parents or y'all gay parents who your little boy like to wear dresses or play with fucking Barbie dolls sometimes or do girly shit sometimes, or your little girl like to make fucking mud pies and like to roll around in the dirt and shit like that. Shit don't necessarily mean that they're a trans or that they are having problems with their gender identity. Y'all be programming y'all's children to think in certain ways based upon how y'all view the world or the issues that you've been through or how you feel about fucking butt you in at the moment or how you feel about your dick and pussy organ. Like, that ain't necessarily the shit it will worry about. A kid wouldn't even know, a little boy wouldn't even know they doing some gay shit or some feminine shit until you tell them that. A little girl wouldn't know that she doing some masculine shit or acting like a dyke or some shit or acting like a butch until the moment that you tell them that. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing that y'all need to be worrying about is trying to get children on some hormonal type of programs. Like that's the last thing we should be concerned about. You know what I'm saying? You need to give these children time to develop and grow. Like, whenever we really take things into consideration from a scientific perspective, based on the logic and intellect that they give to y'all and shit like that, they have already told y'all your brain don't even fully develop until you're like 24, 25 years old, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Based on what they want to say. Shit, my brain was developed by the time I was fucking 4 years old. I've been aware, bitch. But you know what I'm saying? For most of y'all, they say y'all's brain don't even develop until y'all 24 years old. And a lot of y'all are aware of this concept. So why are y'all taking children who y'all already know necessarily might not have a sufficient way of even viewing the world itself at the moment and telling them that they need to do this or that? Or if they say they wake up today and they say and they feeling a little bit more feminine than they was yesterday, if they're a little boy, now you think they need to be a little girl. Like that, all that is okay. There's certain days I wake up, I don't want to do shit but receive and be on some feminine type of shit. There's other days I wake up, I don't want to do nothing but create some shit, direct some shit, lead some shit, authoritize some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just have balance. Allow these people to grow and see what they actually might want to be. That way, whenever they do grow up, if they do agree with that and they want to do some shit like that, when they turn 18, 21, whatever, let them do whatever the fuck they want at that point. But y'all don't need to be forcing y'all's opinions on the children and shit like that and altering the chemistry of their body, how we were naturally designed, with some chemicals that, once again, the man give to you, the government give to you, and fucking completely change up how their shit is flowing. because your natural hormones is the only thing that do it for you. Your natural hormones, not no added shit, not no shit being taken away. That's why even y'all who quote unquote struggle with testosterone issues, that don't even need to be a concern for y'all. Know what I'm saying? You wasn't made to have high testosterone. You wasn't made to have a big ass fucking caveman, mountain man beard on your face. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people will correlate that to being more manly and shit. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about what percentage level of bodily, chemically shit that you got flowing through your veins. I could give a fuck about that. Let's keep it real. But anyways, that was just a little. We went for 30 minutes on that. Why ain't one of y'all tell me to slow down and get into the topic of the video? We went for 30 minutes on that shit. Yeah, why ain't none of y'all tell me to slow down and focus on the topic of the video? Y'all niggas suck. Give me a second here. I gotta send off a message. I got somewhere I gotta go here and after I finish this video. Bust down. Baby, go and pick your head up. I've been hella happy. Schwetzel been at peace, but I get mad until I'm fed up. All right, now let's actually get into the main topic of the video. The main reason why we're here today. I know it's a little bit late. We're fucking 30 minutes in just now starting the main topic of the video. So this one might be a little bit longer than y'all are used to for my channel, but we'll do our best to keep this short, sweet, and concise. You know what I'm saying? So our topic of the video today, you know how Schwetzel is. Let's look up the topic. Let's see what I typed in. That way we don't get it fucked up. Okay. Image, status, or success does not equate to intelligence. Okay. That is our main topic for the video today. Image, status, or success does not correlate to intelligence. Okay. Now, this play out on a small scale and this play out on a big scale as far as what we can see from the world. Right. So, in your day-to-day life, dealing with regular people, you know that the people who get respected are the ones, and the people who actually get listened to, and the people who in their environment think that they're smart or they know something, is the people who have a high image and status or a high level of success, whether that be a career, a job, some type of business that they've developed, some type of reputation that they've developed, whatever name they've made for themselves, whatever promises they've kept. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Those people are the ones who get everybody's admiration, respect. Those are the ones who people will actually listen to. You know what I'm saying? So that play out on our day-to-day life. Now, let's not get it fucked up. Two things can be completely contradictory, but be true at the exact same time. And we're going to make a video breaking that down as well. But y'all take that into consideration, because that is a fucking very specific and very powerful piece of information if you know how to apply it correctly. Two things can be completely contradictory while at the same time both remaining true. Understand that. Really understand that. So, like I said, on the small scale, that's how it plays out. People regard these people as being the more wise individuals, being the more logical, being the more intelligent individuals. if they have a higher level of image, status, reputation, success. Okay. So somebody behind me making some weird noises. So we see that playing out on the small scale, right? But that does not actually equate to intelligence. I'm just telling y'all how the world correlates it, right? So people would think these people are so smart, right? Especially if they have a lot of money. That's how it plays out on the small scale, or that it's actually somebody that they'll just listen to, even if they aren't smart, even if they're aware that they're not smart. If they have that reputation, that image, that status that people like and want or attract shit, people will still listen to them. Like even if people are aware, like, man, this person is kind of an idiot. I don't necessarily know how they even got so successful. I don't necessarily know how they got this status, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to listen to them because they got this. They just pulled up in a Mercedes. They got a Rollie. You know what I'm saying? They're flashing bands. You know what I'm saying? They're going on trips every month. You know what I'm like? Shit like that. You would get more consideration by doing that. That's why it's difficult for people like us when we deal with our day-to-day life. That's why most of us are completely mute when it comes to day-to-day life and interactions with other people. Because y'all will sit here and give a complete dumbass all the consideration and all the time in the world to say whatever they want to say and talk about whatever bullshit they want to talk about. But the moment that somebody comes through and says some real shit or has a real level of awareness or a real level of wisdom or intelligence, then y'all shut that down immediately. Don't nobody want to listen now. Don't nobody want to give nobody the time of day. Don't nobody want to give nobody consideration. That's why y'all don't figure out shit until it's too late, or y'all don't figure out shit until you go and watch me or somebody who make content like this. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all always like late to the party type of vibes. And I know I use this as an example a lot, but once again, let's keep it real. This is why y'all be hitting up my phone anytime y'all have issues. Because y'all always late to the party. Anytime you got a problem, Schwet's the one you hit up. So, but yeah, we see this shit play out on a small scale in that type of way. But on the world stage, as far as when we're dealing with institutions and all these industries and shit like that, and dealing with governmental bodies and shit like that, when we start getting into that battle, it play out on a bigger scale. So once again, they're still respecting and paying attention to the same things. People that have a good image, a good status, a good reputation, people who have a high level of success. A person will equate this directly to intelligence. So, and it might not even be a person who's necessarily a doctor or a scientist or some shit like that. It might not even necessarily be a person like that. That is what is so crazy about what we're viewing in the world right now. The real intelligent people, and I'm not speaking about logic and intellect in the way that y'all might perceive it, as far as left brain reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, we need to start opening up the space for the really wise and the really intelligent individuals to be able to be seen and be heard from and shit like that. Instead of having situations now where we're having like fucking Twitch streamers and YouTubers and rappers, artists making fucking political content or co-signing presidents or interviewing presidents, or you know what I'm saying, or interviewing some political figure, or having a podcast debating political topics and shit like that. This is the last people that need to be in these positions. Understand something. We need to pay attention to what somebody has been on, okay? The way that these people got started and shit like that was purely entertainment. That's it. It was purely entertainment. These motherfuckers never made a piece of intelligent content. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you go and look at a person like me or a certain other individual, Zay, Mooney Mercury, Trey, who in the chat now, I'll read your chat here in a second.
Dolo, anybody like this, you see that from the beginning, even if they were making entertaining content, even if they were making music, even if they were making comedy skits or some shit like that, also pay attention to what is being pushed at the same time. Intelligent wisdom. You get what I'm saying? So if that is not the building blocks that build up somebody, why the fuck? I don't care how far they got based on their comedy. I don't care how far they got based on their YouTube videos. I don't care how many likes, comments, subscribers, monetary dollar value that they got. I don't care what position they made it to based off of their comedy. That is not the building blocks that started them. That's not the shit that they was always on. So why are they on it now? That's something that we need to really pay attention to. Number one, why are they on it now? They do this because they know it'll get clicks and shit like that. But that's besides the point. We just really think about that. Why are they on it now if they haven't always been on it? Haven't always been on it. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to what a person has always been on. That's going to show you what type of person they really are and what space they're in and who actually need to be paid attention to on the intellect tip, on the wisdom tip, even if it is some left brain shit. This will show you what a person has always been into is that they should be paid attention for. So it's certain individuals out here who take it multifaceted and they develop multiple ways of expressing themselves in a creative attribute through, like I said, through music, comedy, skits, all types of shit. But pay attention. The majority of what a real intelligent or wisdom wise person is going to be creating content about is shit like this. That's how you recognize a truly intelligent person. They never run out of topics. They never run out of ideas. They never run out of ways of approaching situations. They never run out of examples. They never run out of ways of constructing things. And I can come on here and like, I'm not trying to fucking sit here and suck my own dick all day, but I can come on here and I don't ever write down anything, bro. I swear to God, I don't. Every video that y'all have seen from me, I have never wrote anything down, bro. That is how intelligent I actually am. That is how organized my mind actually is. I've never wrote anything down, bro. All these concepts come to me whenever I'm in meditation, pondering on something, or when I'm completely thoughtless and I'm doing one of those concepts of like the 3 states of consciousness video that I broke down to y'all the other day. When I'm being completely thoughtless and I'm picking up shit like that. And how it come, all I get first is the title of the video. That's all I get. What I get first, the title of the video. And then what do? Now I develop more awareness around that space. I learn how to navigate it better, and I get a better perspective of where I'm actually at the moment. And now what happens? I get showered down with all these stars. Every mentality that I can grasp from this area comes to me. That's why I'm able to. It's like trapping. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like trapping the essence of something. It's like trapping the essence of the space that you're in. And then you can will that down with your will, your internal wills. You can will that down into existence. And now I have the thought forms. Now I have the expression. Now I have the tongue linguistics to be able to speak it in the right type of aspect. If y'all think this shit is fake, you're fucking retarded. So yeah, we don't need to be paying attention to these idiots. If you ain't been making content like this from the moment you started uploading content, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see you on any presidential debate. I don't want to see you on any Democrat, Republic. I don't want to see you talk about politics. Keep making fucking music, bitch. Keep streaming. Keep paying rappers to come be on your stream. Keep making entertaining content for these little kids out here who just need something to watch right now and need to kind of escape a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we don't want to fucking hear from you. Y'all motherfuckers are retarded. So let's get into breaking down how people will actually respond to this. But let's read the chat first. I think they think it's intelligence because success is equated to the best survivability. Yeah, that's like that Charles Darwin concept. That's that Darwinism concept. Shout out, fam. Yeah, shout out to Tunnel Vision / Zay Quarter. Y'all go sub to him. Misty said, okay, I see. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that's that Darwinism concept. Because a person to think, okay, shit, they're higher up on the totem pole than me because this person eat a meal every day. This person can swipe their card at the gas station and just let it run and don't stop it until the tank is on full. This person has a bigger house than I do. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes from. That's a good tidbit of information right there. Shout out to Trey on that. Y'all go sub to Mystical Misty Row as well. He in the chat right now. But yeah, that's a really good tidbit of information for y'all. It's based on the Darwinism concept. So you would think that somebody is smarter than you, stronger than you, better than you subconsciously, even if you don't actually consciously think that way, subconsciously based on the rhetoric and how they have kicked certain things to y'all and whatever science and whatever literature y'all have read, it's based on that Darwinism concept. So now you're going to be thinking, oh man, these people are better than me. They're smarter than me. They're this and that because of where they're at in life, because of what kind of car they drive, how much money they have, because they have a wife or some shit. They have a family. They got a good relationship with their woman. They got, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, sometimes these things are good things. Like this shit, I'm not saying that this shit is bad shit, but this shit don't mean that you're a smart individual. It don't mean that you're stronger than me. It don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you're better than me in any type of way. And the shitty part about it is, a lot of the time, these people just be in the right place at the right time, or know the right type of people, or was born into the right type of family to have the right type of connections to get where they at in the first place. It don't have anything to do really with survivability. It don't really have anything to do with intelligence. It don't really have anything to do with you knowing how to navigate something better than I do. You just lucky, bitch. Let's keep it real. And that's 9 times out of 10. That's 9 times out of 10. Let's see what Tunnel Vision said, and then we're gonna go into the larger scale aspect of how this shit play out. It for real just be concepts to get pussy or protect a storyline. Sometimes accepting events in reality remind a being they ain't shit, so they'll leverage their laziness and call you pseudo. Yeah, just so they don't have to actually think for themselves. That's the main thing. People don't want to. People are so mentally drained because they spend all their time using their mind for shit that it ain't made for. So when the important shit come, they're already so lazy in the mind that they're like, oh fuck, like as soon as something real come, they're like, oh shit, like I'm not even about to listen to that. Like, okay, whatever you talking about is just stupid. Whatever you talking about is just this. I ain't even about to put no mental energy into trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? That's why people are lacking on their mental and emotional energy, because it's all being utilized to juice up some more shadow government concept. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's all it is. And like he said, it's to get pussy or protect the storyline and protect that bloodline, protect those connections, protect when the next one of our motherfuckers can be born down here, and the next person that we gonna raise them up from a child and make them think this type of way and carry this certain type of mentality to be this president, be this number president or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. But beyond that though, that now we just got regular individuals that they're sweeping up off the streets and shit and making rappers and stuff like that, or making artists or making influencers and content creators in some type of way. And then now once they've went through the work that it took to gravitate an attention, now they get swept up by shadow government and they're like, okay, you would get this good ass contract, you would get these type of connections, you would get to shake hands with these type of individuals if you interviewed Donald Trump on your platform, if you co-sign Kamala Harris, if you have this type of debate, if you use these type of talking points. You get what I'm saying? And these people ain't even smart enough to even have a debate about this shit. And 9 times out of 10, when you go and look at this shit, Like, and this is the thing. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't do a lot of research as far as going outside of myself and looking on the internet for a bunch of documents and articles and shit like that. Like, I don't necessarily do that. I do internal research. That's why I'm able to break shit down how I am. I don't do external research a whole lot in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? But the fucked up part about it is a lot of these people, whenever they are forced into these positions where they got to debate certain talking points, they don't even do the fucking research beforehand to even know what they talking about. So they just bound to lose by default, or they'll have a situation where they just know the ground basis of it, and they'll have somebody on their show who know a lot more about it. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let's get into the main tidbit of information. Yeah, let's get into the main tidbit of information. So, like I said, I broke down to y'all how this shit play out on the small scale. Now, whenever we get into the bigger scale, it's the same situation. But the people in day-to-day life who get regarded in some type of way, or get that consideration, or get that time of day, or be listened to in some type of way, these people will even get disregarded when we start to get into the larger concept of this playing out on the world stage. And as far as how they've made certain people, quote unquote, stars and fucking celebrities and shit like that, and how they have trained y'all to praise certain individuals due to their position and shit like that. So what takes place a lot of the time is you will have a person like Beyonce or Jay-Z, a very prolific rapper who's been around for a while, who a lot of people fuck with, right? You'll have one of them come out and have a speech, or just whatever, start talking about some shit, right? Now, in whatever format that may be, they could be giving a Grammy speech, they could be on some content creator stream, just talking about random nonsense, right? So this person could sit here and just spew a bunch of bullshit and just be talking the most ignorant shit in the whole fucking world, right? And saying nothing the whole time. But the moment that they say something that makes sense to somebody in any type of way, or say something that is insightful in any type of way, they'll disregard all the shit that they don't agree with about this person to praise them for what they said right here in this small frame. Could sit here and say a bunch of shit that you don't even agree with, right? But the moment that they say something that you do agree with, you like, oh yeah, and give them they flowers and praise and suck they dick. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the small fish who are more successful in the day-to-day life will get disregarded in this aspect as well. Because now let's say, for example, you could be the small fry who's just successful in your area and shit like that, and actually be intelligent. Okay, so let's say you're successful and you're actually intelligent in your area, right? So you speak on some wisdom, or you speak on some intellect, or you speak your viewpoint or your belief on something, right? And you know it's right. It's deeper than an opinion. It's something that is just objectively true or some shit, right? Now, when a celebrity come out and say something that combat that, even if the person watching them the whole time was like, oh yeah, I don't agree with that, I don't agree with that, I don't agree with that, as soon as they get to that point, fucking motorcycle drivers out here, but yeah, as soon as they get to that point where they say something that the person watching them do agree with, now all the other shit is forgotten. And on top of that, the small fry who's just successful in their area, and even if they are wiser and more intelligent than the person who's in a higher image and status and in a better position, quote unquote, the small fry now gets disregarded. Whatever you were saying, even if it is true, it's not true anymore, because this person of higher image and status said it. You get what I'm saying? People praise that shit. People praise that shit. So don't get offended by this shit. A person of higher image and status is always going to reign supreme. It's always going to be the person who gets more plays, gets more attention, gets more consideration and time of day, and people actually listening to them and shit like that. So don't get offended by it. That's just the world is right now. That's just the way that people are correlating things right now. So if you broke at the moment and you smarter than everyone in your environment, but nobody listens to you, don't take it to heart. These motherfuckers are just lost and they don't know what they're paying attention to at the moment. And they think that somebody's smarter than you and better than you just because they have certain things. So yeah, fuck that shit. But yeah, anything else y'all want to talk about? I'm pretty sure I'm done breaking this shit down now, for the most part. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm done breaking this shit down for the most part. I don't really necessarily have anything else I think I could give y'all correlated to that. Like, I think y'all get the gist, though. That's why we all need to be successful. How we infiltrating the 5 pillars. That way we can show who is actually intelligent. I'm going to text my brother back while y'all maybe think of a fucking something y'all want to talk about just in case. Nobody comments within us, though. We just go end it here and go ahead and hop off. Because I do got to go somewhere, but I'm not really in a rush. Oh, boy. What you think is going to happen now that Trump is in office? That's what I was breaking down at the beginning of this video, actually. That's how I started this video, though. So if you want to know my opinion on that, you can just back the video up to the beginning. Like I kind of based on some shit that I was thinking about last night and viewing, I think I kind of figured out what the psyop's going to be. So yeah, if you want to know about that, just rewind the video to the beginning. You'll hear what I was talking about. Simply. He said, I'm not on this politics shit I just asked. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not on it either. I've been watching it. I've been paying attention to it a little bit more here recently, though. Just seeing what people are talking about in speeches and shit, like watching certain content creators having certain debates and arguments and talking points and all that shit. Yeah, that's all I be doing with that shit nowadays, though. Man, I'm gonna have to go and fucking do this shit myself, I guess. My brother's saying he's got to fucking clean a deer. Motherfucker was out hunting yesterday, I guess. But yeah, I'll be doing a little bit of research. But really, I just be peeping game of what's going on in the world. That's really all I be doing. But yeah, I get tired of seeing regular ass content creators on the internet who just make entertaining type of content out here talking about politics or anything like that, or any rapper or artist. Like, just go make a fucking album, bitch. Like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to be a part of it. Nothing. So yeah, anyways, we out of here. We gonna fucking handle what I need to do. We'll catch y'all later, though. Take it easy.